Okay, so I have my sum of impressions and my sum of quality score times impressions. Now to get my normalized quality score, I create a new column. I'll label it normalized quality score. Okay, and we're going to create a very simple formula. So it's going to be equals the sum of my sum of quality score times impressions column, which over here is D4. Okay, divided by my sum of impressions, which over here is E4. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this formula down to the bottom. And we have one error here because this is not showing us any values of cost. Obviously, it looks like there were no clicks in this specific ad group, so we could just totally ignore that for now. That's not a big deal. I'm going to make this just 2 decimal places like the other one by formatting the cells, number, and now I'll be able to pair this up with my original average quality score. So I could select columns D and E because I don't need them anymore, which is sum of quality score times impressions, and the sum of impressions, just hide those for now. And I can now get a very nice clear view. So we've done some very interesting tricks, and we could actually start discovering some very interesting things now that we have that weighted quality score, right? We understand how averages could lie, right? Our average quality score could lie because it's not taking into account how weighted the specific keywords in each ad group are, as we saw in that example of those 2 keywords where we had the 20,000 impressions with a 4 quality score and 5 impressions with a 10 quality score, where our average would have been a 7, right? Our straight average would have been a 7, but taking into account the heavily weighted keyword with 20,000 impressions, just a 4 quality score, we actually would have had a quality score, a normalized quality score closer to a 4. So over here we see in, let's say, this ad group called cash, we spent $1,300, and it's pretty equal, right? So we had a 7.9 average with a 7.5 normalized. So we didn't see anything too interesting there. But how about over here? Make Cakes Online. This is the one that spent 122 grand, a 6.3 average quality score, and a 6 normalized quality score. So over here we're seeing a lower normalized quality score. Here's another interesting one. This keyword, this ad group called travel, with spending $11,000. Still, it's a high spending ad group. It spent $11,500 with a 7.4 quality score, and I might have gone in there and done some work, but in fact, when we take the normalized quality score, we're really looking at an 8.32, and even more so in this ad group, Travel Exact. It's a lower spending ad group. It's only spent $159, but it's a higher weighted quality score. So sometimes we'll find higher quality scores when we get the normalized quality score. Sometimes we'll find lower quality scores. But what we learned here are 2 very important fundamental things. One is, well, 3 things really, because we learned how to use pivot tables with a little bit more detail, which is great. We also took a look at our first pivot table. This was the quality score percentage. We got a very clear, quick sense by using sum of clicks and sum of impressions and the quality score as the row label, and we created our own formula to get an overall account health check. So we saw that we definitely need work because 66% of our impressions were coming from low quality score keywords of a 6 or below. So this was the pivot table. By using sum of impressions, sum of clicks, and our quality score as row labels, we were able to get an overall account health check. And in this particular account, we saw that we definitely need some work because a vast majority of our impressions are coming from low quality score keywords. We then we're able to get a look at the weighted average, take a look at our average quality score per ad group in this first pivot table by using the row labels, which is the ad group name, sum of cost, and average quality score. So we were able to see the high spending ad groups like this one over here that could use some work. And then, because we know that averages tend to lie, we were able to get the weighted quality score and could really start seeing with a little bit more clarity and a little bit more accuracy which keywords, which ad groups could really use that work. So over here we see this is a very high spending, the highest spending ad group by far with $122,000 spent in clicks with a 5.95 quality score, and that's something that we need to work on. And in fact, just in the defense, obviously this is a client of ours, and we've gotten these quality scores way up from where they started, which was when we inherited the campaign, which were very low in the 2 to 3 range. And a lot of these keywords are testing keywords. They're new keywords, which often start off with a 4 or 5 quality score, and we're just working that up. But overall, we're seeing exactly where we want to do some work in this account. Over here in this account, in this ad group, even though it's a low spending ad group, we want to do some work because we're seeing a 6 quality score. Now, if it's really spending such a little amount of money, $53, I probably would recommend not spending so much time. You'd be much better off spending your time in these higher spending ad groups that are generating lower lower impressions or lower quality scores than we would like to see. So that's definitely something that you want to take a look at. So overall, we definitely did a lot of very, pretty advanced stuff. We took a look at understanding weighted averages. We took a look at understanding pivot tables, how to assess the health, the overall count quality score health, and then how to determine exactly which ad groups need work by using the average quality score, figuring out which ad groups spending the most money that have the lowest quality scores, and figuring out based on the weighted average, once again, with a little bit more accuracy, which ad groups you start needing to work on. You already learned from the previous videos exactly how to fix quality score, how to improve your quality score, and now it's just really a matter of working on these elements, working on these components, and taking your skills to the next level. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you did learn a lot. This is a very crucial aspect of campaign managing, understanding quality score, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple minutes in the next video. Talk to you guys soon.